Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 13 of my Super Teens Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And it's a little later. The kids are about to go to school now, and I had Edward ask for gardening tips, so he got to level 7. And I realized one of the other skills that is good to have is fishing, because that can help with the pop-up that comes along when they're doing their going through the gates. Of course, it matters more for who's going through the gates, but since that is his aspiration more than anyone else's, he'll be one of the ones going through the gate. So one more asking for gardening tips should do the trick for that. I also added next Tuesday and Wednesday as holidays. Hopefully the weather there is not the same as here for them to go, because they're calling for thunder showers one of the days. And you may have noticed that Abigail also reached level 10. The same thing, I had her check for gardening tips, but we'll have to take them all fishing. Since we can't really do very much with him, I had noticed that he has a talent point. So we're going to have him become an experimenter to hopefully help. And then since he's doing that, we're going to have him practice practical magic in the half an hour he has until he goes to school, because there's not really time for going fishing. And I have a few of them doing some... They all did finally get the jobs and the correct jobs. I had to switch a couple of them because there were a couple who were retail employees. I had obviously misclicked when I had selected in the last part. And I'm wondering about, because, well, actually... we never did look at their bills after the fact. So let's get Nora to look here at the bills. Closer to the top. And I will try and get the clip from that. So their water change is quite bad, actually. It seems like it just goes, oh, you have all these things on the lot, so we're going to charge you for it, whether you use them or not, which is a bit, unfortunate, I have to say. And so we're going to buy some more of these water, and these are the large ones too. Like, I have quite a few. Oh, of course the lights are there, they're in the way. I'm going to try and buy them, but I don't know that we can put them anywhere. They're too big to put, and they can't go there because that's the part of the roof. And the lights, I'd have to use move objects, which I could do. I'm not saying I can't. It's just that I have to get it to, so I can get it closer this way. Well, there's probably only, there, and maybe I can at least get one more, but I don't see one more doing very much. And I can probably turn it. Does that make it? No. Okay. Anyways, I got one more. And I guess we need to upgrade some of these. But luckily none of them are... I don't think any of them are green beans, so they get upset with having to pay. But and I could make it like there's a water lot trait where they just get water naturally, but I don't know that I particularly want to do that. So we're just kind of waiting for the kids. Need to go to school because it's not a day off. And we'll work from home. I thought I had asked her to read the next book. Let's see what she has to do for her work. She has to gift a flower arrangement. Okay, well why don't we just work on this and make an arrangement? Chrysanthemum, as usual. And we'll tell all the rest of them to finish what they're doing so they get to school. I had Declan uncovering an artifact to try and help him work on his aspiration and his... we'll let him keep reading a little bit. We'll keep an eye. I'll have to try. At least there's only one that I have to keep an eye on in terms of him going to school. Part of it, he was so close to being done. He only needed the one more book, so I kind of wanted to get him done before I switched him over, and didn't even count. So anyways, he'll maybe read when he gets home from school. So she's doing her flower arrangement that she's going to need to gift. And then I'm going to probably have her collect this so we can, try and sell it in a sale later. And then have her create some more and do some reading and all those fun things. So, I'll have her make another of the same, and she'll probably harvest some more dragon fruits and stuff. And we might let the selling of everything be for everybody else in like someone else to help their gardening skill. And maybe we'll even do that with the dragon fruit because she has enough to make some more. So obviously there'll be some cost for this. And so this is excellent. Seltzer with a hint of dragon fruit. We'll get her to start another one. Now that she's collected that, we'll load the ingredients. We'll put this in our inventory. Or we may not. I don't know if it made it in there or not. If I need to. And I thought I already said. Okay, this was... I don't know what happened there. I got a call for work again. That happened last time that I got a second call. Seltzer. And then, does she still have the same work task? Yep. Gift a flower arrangement. So let's see if we can gift this to the nanny. Pop-ups galore. Let me... Friendly. Well, we won't bother. I don't know. I was thinking of doing it. I'm going to pause. And I'm going to look for it. I think I had a problem trying to give it to her before, so I'm just going to skip giving it to her and give it to someone else later. And have Nora come and repair that. And look for this and put it on the table. It is only excellent. Unlike the masterpieces she's been doing. So she's just gonna probably do some reading and maybe some more practicing of magic. And if something happens, I'll be back. Turns out she needs a new book. So we're going to purchase the third flower arranging book for her. Which of course that's the most expensive one. 250 simoleons. So there we go. And now she's gonna read that book. And hopefully she'll get her flower arranging up to level 3. So once she gets that, or level 8, I should say. Once she's got that, I might have her try and do some upgrades of some of these. Let's see, can she upgrade? Does she need to buy? She has she has what she needs to at least do one of them. Because I'd like to see if that can help with getting all of the water usage down. So I'll be back. Looks like we have some more mood swings. This time Bonnie is angry. So we're going to... Hers just is a regular angry from having a bad school day. So that's not so bad, but it also means the jogging may not help. And his is also just from his school day. But we're going to have them both go jog to clear their mind. And it looks like everybody else is okay. But we need some rallying of the troops. But we don't have that yet. So let's try and... Okay. No, we hopefully can now that I don't see that coming home on her. So we're going to... Clubs. Rally the troops. Try that a couple of times. Clubs. Club gatherings. Rally the troops. And... Edward was the one, I think, who was reading that... second. Yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't Edward. Oh, he's doing his jogging. No. Who was it? He has to finish the book, but he can't buy the second book. So does he have vampire lore? I thought I had him. Okay, obviously not. I don't remember. I know Edward had read the vampire lore. No. Declan had read vampire lore. Edward hasn't. So let's put him back onto this. Maybe it was Freddy. Okay, well, Edward. I had him doing magic. That's what I had him doing. So we're going to search for information. And I think it must have been Freddy that was doing the vampire lore. So we're going to have him read. And before we do any reading, let's just double check. This is my way of checking what book they should read on. The book they can read is the book the highest book they can purchase is the book they should be reading. So since it is the second one, he should be reading the second book, which is what I thought, but I wanted to check before I had him read. And we'll just have him read the one. And Is your jogging helping you? I'm not sure. And when you're finished with your jogging, why don't you come here and write in your journal? Scribble furiously, if that's still a thing when you get back, and then you should... Okay, but who am I? No worries, you have time. So we're going to do that because we're going to have you do your homework. There, can do your homework, and then you may as well write in your journal. And you're doing that reading, and what is your attention? It's you were tense from your school. Okay. And Edward, you're doing that research. You're doing your jogging. So you're going to express melancholy thoughts and then do your homework while you're sitting down there. Colleen, you're chatting up a storm, and what are you kind of need a bit of a shower. Everything there is good. And Colleen needs the fabrication, and she got to level 3, but I was having her read, but she never really did get very far with any of her reading. Her fishing is only 4. Her gardening is 7. Why don't you come here? No, you can't. Patchy's not available. Let's see. You could read the archaeology book. I don't know that it'll help you with the reading aspiration, but why don't we have you read it? Anyways, so there you go. So he's unlocked. Freddie got through that book. But does that mean he got that book done? Yes, he did. And this is what I wanted. I really actually want them on. He's Nerd Brain is the one he needs to do. And he needs to repair or upgrade an object. He needs to craft an object on the woodworking table, which we did buy. And I assume he's only level 3 of logic. So why don't you work on your logic? Because that is important. Where is your handiness, if you have any at all? It looks like you don't. So you might need to read that book, but I don't find that book counts, even at the best of times, but definitely not on a small lot, because they level up their handiness so quickly. So he can read that book when he is done. She is dancing, and she needs a shower or to clean herself up some way. We're going to have you scrubberoo. Did you ever get your... No. You're just determined not to learn that flower arranging. Get it up to level 8 like I want you to. And actually, speaking of flower arranging, you have that flower arrangement that we need you to give to somebody. And maybe we see it with an undercrafted gift, because that's an eco upgrade part. So let's try and look here under friendly. Give a gift. Maybe it was there for the nanny and I just completely missed it. Flower arrangement. Oh well, it's a poor one. He may not appreciate that. Understandably so. So she should get paid, at least, for the gifting of a flower arrangement. And I guess I almost had them go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which I still could do because she does have Monday off. But I wouldn't want to leave until after we get our bills if we do go on Monday. So is he liking this really bad? Do you like it? I don't know. Why don't you resume those tofu tacos and then keep rereading or read that book. Okay. So, Bonnie, you're still angry, but it's hidden now at least. And it's not much time left. 53 minutes. That's good. You haven't done your homework. So why don't you just do your homework? Though in some ways, the reason I sometimes don't get them to do their homework right away is because if we get a pop-up that hits their responsibility, then I tell them to do their homework, because then it helps them get their responsibility back. So that is, but they have things in their inventory that they can also learn it from. But yeah, that is actually part of the reason. Edward, actually rocket science is a thing. I just forgot. He needs to read number 1. So why don't you come and read that first book? Because that's another one. Fishing and rocket science are ones that I forgot that can come up as random things that can help with being in Selvadorada. So one other way, I know we have the rocket ship out there, but if we have the appropriate school project, they can learn the rocket science skill from it, which would be under here, under the kids' activities. And I'm just so this is the one. So there. They can learn some rocket science from that. They don't all need to. Edward is the main one who I want to learn that, but I was having him that stopped him reading his book. So let's get back and read that so that we can work on getting things done. Oh, Abigail's going through a mean phase. Right, so she might be mean. But I don't know why the nanny keeps making food for 4. We have 8 people in this house. We don't really eat it very much. So there's that. But we do have a lot of people in the house. And you're my maker and you're reading. They're all just doing reading. Reading. Partially because they're partially reading sometimes their reading skills. Obviously the vampire lore one doesn't help, but with what we need to do for Selvadorada, but it still is another way of actually getting a book read. And where did you get with your, so you're at level 6, you're not really leveling up very quickly. Let's go fast. Except for I see you're not doing anything very useful at all. You need to read books, but why don't we just have you forget that for now? And where is your fishing skill before I switch you over? Your fishing is 5. Yeah, the books are just kind of painful, I have to say. Why don't you go read the flower arranging book? Because I don't think that gets the boost the same way the rest. Because it's painful to learn that skill, even on a micro lot. And I know with the club boost, it doesn't count. So I'm kind of wondering if it somehow doesn't get a boost from the micro lot, too. It's my least favorite skill. I don't like mischief very much either, but at least it's easy to learn. But this one is just, look at her. Look how, like, slow it's going. And I don't actually like doing flower arranging because it's kind of boring and takes a long time and they can't listen to music to get their fun up while they're doing it. I guess you could come over if you really want to. And why don't you come here? It's not ready. It's slow. So, I don't remember who was reading that book. Not you. And you're on the computer playing Incredible Sports. That's allowed. You're going to go start working carefully. Okay. And Declan, you're having a shower. I don't want you to have a shower. You need to work on your magic. You need to work on your magic and magic yourself clean. So do you need to magic yourself clean? Yeah, you could. And you need some fun. Why don't you come join the game? And someone needs to, oh, you're already level 8. You need more archaeology skill. All right, I was having you do this and then I canceled it. But you need some fun, so we'll let you do that first. I don't think the archaeology is very fun. Okay, so you have a 7 archaeology. You're going to, so you got the vampire lore. Popularity. Good vampire. Done. We didn't have the search count, so let's just do it to get the points. But I'll cancel it as soon as it ticks off. You're going to be bored from it, so stop with that. And then let's go on to knowledge. May as well do the nerd brain, which is the one that I'm more interested in. Where are you with your vampire lore? You're level 2, so you're going to read that second book. There we go. Because once you've done that, your handiness is pretty high. Once you've done that, it should hopefully count for this, and then you can do some upgrading. That would be handy. And did you get that done with the knowledge, the nerd brain? Nope. You need to get level 6 of logic skill. That's what you need. So where? I thought I had oh, I do. It's in one of the room. Oh, here it is. Why don't you join the game? Why don't you work on your logic skill too? Because you'll need that when we're in Selvadorada. Also, and Colleen, oh, that must be delayed from before. Yeah. Oh, we got some money. Yay, from our fizz that we sent. 1133. And this is still not able to collect. And Patchy is back up. So let's check our skills. Gardening is 10. Gardening is 6. So you can come here and ask for gardening tips. And then you can check pockets for seeds. And then you can write in your journal and put that in your inventory. We're going to grab these books and put them away for them. And she got to level 8. Very good. And now let's move on. She's all lined up for things to do. Colleen is got to what level of logic? 6. She needs to read books. Her gardening is only 7. So why don't you ask for gardening tips and check pockets for seeds? And Edward, we're trying to get this reading done for you. And Grant, you're not doing something. Okay, we need to get you off that aspiration because you're done with that. you did your aspiration, full on. So let's look at you with the nerd brain. You need to read books. Full stop. Read books, and you haven't got anything for that. So why don't you come here and read that lovely, where's the flower arranging book? Is not in here. So where is our flower arranging book? It must be in someone's inventory because no, we have the ability to clean up books. So she's reading it. Okay, that's where the book is. Forget that. Okay, we're gonna read the research and debate if it's in here. There we go. You're set to go. Now, Freddie, you have got that level 6 of logic, and now you're level 7 of logic. Okay, so why don't you read? And then when you're finished with reading, we'll see what level you're at before I do anything else. You need to rally the troops because you're hungry. Club gatherings, rally the troops. What are the rest of your needs? Oh, someone maxed their logic skill. Who maxed their logic skill? Oh, Declan. Declan maxed his logic skill. Very good. And I think we need to rally the troops again because you didn't get your needs up I see they're not very good, like in terms of where they need to be. And then you can try and scrubberoo yourself. That would be useful if you did all those things that I asked you to do. And you're going to... Still not ready. That's taking a long time. Because we got more on other days. And I'm getting tired of waiting for people. Okay. So we're going to apply a mite treatment. We're going to try bonding with the bees. And then we will harvest... Okay, why don't we supercell some stuff that we don't care about. Supercell over here. And then who is lacking in gardening skill? You're 4. So once you're finished with you're going to come ask for gardening tips and check pockets for seeds. Why don't you ask for gardening tips? Oh, you can't because I thought you were going to be busy, to be honest. So I didn't think you were going to come right away. And Declan has maxed the skill. So you're going to come here and uncover that artifact. And Grant got to level 3 of research and debate. And you didn't get anything. Oh well. But you got some skill, I assume. You got to level 7 of the gardening skill. And we need to go fishing. Maybe you should just go fishing right now. Because there's only so many fishing spots. And maybe he might like to work on the angling ace aspiration since he's finished his own aspiration. I know I was having him work on that one, but it wasn't really working. So we're actually really close to the fishing spots. So you're going to go fishing. I guess I need a gate over here. But yeah, like so they can get out without having to walk all the way around. Whether they would take it, I don't know, but it would be nice if they could, and if they did. So, but actually, this part has probably gone on long enough. We've been trying to work on getting the skills needed for going back to Selvadorada and essentially working on their nerd brain aspirations, at least for a few of them, so that I can get them to learn the handiness and then get helping with installing those water recyclers so it's not all on Nora. But that's going to be it for this part. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.